Rabbi Ben Ezra says that now in his old age, through his wisdom or with the help of his wisdom, he will think of whether he was right in doing a particular thing in his youth. When the other people were criticizing him or making fun of him or were finding faults with him in his decision or in his action taken in his youth for the progress of his soul, or the worldly people were right when they were thinking him worthless, inactive, loser, or failure, and they all were criticizing him because he had no worldly achievements, no success, or materialistic things, and he could not earn name and fame because of having interest in the spiritual field. And in this, his wisdom will help him. It will give him true answers, correct answers to his all questions that who was right, he or the world, or who was wrong. If he could not get materialistic objects to satisfy his body's senses, was he wrong? Or if he could not get earthly success to get honor from the worldly people, if he could not earn huge wealth to maintain his social status, or if he could not get much more luxurious things only to show off his fake, false, or timely friends or relatives, or if he could not disobey his God's call, or if he could not ignore the need of his own soul, if he gave his ears to the inner cry of his soul, if he obeyed his master, was he wrong? So now it all will be decided only by his wisdom, and it will be asked from his wisdom that whether the world was right to blame him in the past, or he who ignored worldly things and worldly criticism. And Rabbi Ben Ezra is very, very sure that he will have mentally peace by its real answers, by the correct answers given by his wisdom. And then in the end, when he will be very near to death, there will be a peace of mind. So now it is very important for him to judge all the things taken place in his past. Now just come to the next stanza, 22nd. These three stanzas are very, very important to be understood. 22nd, 23rd and 24th. In the 22nd stanza, we can say, or if we feel that now it is really very difficult to know what is right or what is wrong, because all have different likes and dislikes, many heads, many minds, or the more person, the more different thoughts we always have. So the soul always remains in paradox. How a man should be judged, what the criteria must be there, or on which basis one should be declared successful or failure in his life. He must be judged on the basis of his physical work or on the basis of his spiritual work. And the stanzas 22nd, 23rd and 24 give answers to all these questions. Rabbi tells that in the world different people hold different opinions on the same one thing. So who can decide who is right and who is wrong? Just look at these words, this stanza. Now, who shall arbitrate? Who shall arbitrate? 10 men love what I hate, shun what I follow, is light what I receive. 10. who in ears and eyes match me. We all surmise, they this thing and I that. Whom shall my soul believe? Whom shall? So just try to understand these beautiful lines given by Robert Browning in this dramatic monologue, Rabbi Ben Ezra, that 10 men love 10 men, there are so many majority of people. 10 men love the thing which he hates and dislike the way he follows. The things he regards lofty, sublime, or very important. The best, the things he regards best, they consider them worst and give no honor. What he likes, other dislike. What he dislikes, other like. So his soul is in a fix. What to follow, whom to believe. What to follow, that is, and whom to believe. Whom shall my soul believe? He says that we should not judge a man's ability, a man's worth only on the basis of the physical work. The works that can be done with the help of the senses or physical body, or in which one needs the support of limbs. As those kinds of work always provide with only material gain, so when earthly low-minded people, Rabbi Ben Ezra calls such people as low-minded people, they always take notice only of it only the material profits, material achievements or material gain. And they always like to give honor to them according to their achievements, according to their social status. The more material success, the more respect one will deserve from these low-minded people of this world. Because for them it is all in all, and without it life is nothing. Even they would prefer to have relation with these materialistic or wealthy person. On the other hand, Rabbi advises or Rabbi suggests that one should judge a man's worth on the basis of his spiritual work or spiritual progress. Spiritual progress, that is his high thoughts, his noble purposes, his kindness for humanity, that how much human he is. But unfortunately, if we come to the 24th stanza, but all the world square's thumb and finger failed to plumb. So past in making up the mean account, all instincts immature, all purposes unsure, that we not as his work yet swelled the man's amount. The beautiful line, yes, very good. But all the world. But unfortunately, Rabbi Ben Ezra is very sad to feel that it always happens in this world. We always pay our attention, our honor only to those people who are wealthy, who are rich, who are successful, who are powerful. And we don't want to have any kind of relation with those who are not. So unfortunately, man's life is always misjudged. Worldly gains are supposed to be everything, and real spiritual works are ignored, or they are mocked, they are laughed by the worldly people. But it is also true. Again, just look that we find a lot of hopefulness and optimism in these words, in this stanza. That it is also true that these spiritual works are always added, are always written or counted in his spiritual account. It doesn't matter if my account is empty here, it will be full. It will be full in the world of God. That is in the world of God there is also an account, and that is the belief of Robert Browning and Rabbi Ben Ezra. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if my account is empty in this world, and this account will never be added, will never be counted with the worldly people. So he says that these whatever work he has done, his all those spiritual works are always counted in his another spiritual account, that is in the world of that supreme power, and if not in the earthly account, that is with worldly people.